So, Kalamir and Ramesh, you're sneaking underneath the tunnel out of the city, going to meet the Vengean army. Uh, you went through the old familiar hatch that you all know about in the back of one of the many inns of Shadazar, and have been
Yeah.
sneaking through the muck and the dirt there. Tell me all about it.
I don't know why I assumed secret also meant clean tunnel. Ugh.
Yeah, there's lots of eye rolling by Calamir. um, he purposely takes him in certain directions just to get him more dirty.
Ugh. This just came back right to the straight spot. Why are we?
I mean, clearly Ramesh didn't have the upbringing that Calamir had. He feels it an obligatory sense of, I guess, hazing involved. You know,
Yeah, that's fair.
you weren't here, so you need to to experience it in full.
I need to slog through the crap like you killers do.
Like, yeah, I slipped. And I slipped. I'm sorry, I splashed all that, feces all over you. My apologies.
Ugh, this is disgusting. Slogging through shit seems to be easy for you killers.
Yeah. So, what kind of army do you bring with you, Ramesh?
I bring the Zedaean army,
Yeah.
a proud and lethal army, known for being talent point, smaller in size, but incredibly deadly.
All right. That's who I like to work with.
Yeah, they're, I say we can trust them. I have family in the higher rankings.
All right.
Yeah.
Someone give me an observation
so-
test.
Um,
If you want.
I'm probably
that
taking
is.
point, so I'll do
Yeah,
it.
go ahead. I will assist you with it.
Sweet.
I mean, we're both on the lookout for things.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
And I can re-roll one.
There you go.
So.
Oof.
Oh no! What is that?
It is not a
Hey,
complication.
oof. Oh, yeah. That's 2 successes.
There you go.
And
So that'll net you 1 point of momentum. Up ahead, somewhere down the tunnel, you hear gruff voices.
hand motion stop.
Yep.
I hear voices. Can I tell what kind of language they're speaking, or?
Yes, they are speaking whatever language is native in Shadazar.
Zamoran?
Yeah, Zamoran,
Zamoran.
obviously.
Oh, okay.
They're speaking Zamoran.
Mm.
They're locals.
What's the use of this? Says one of the voices. Ah, quiet down. This is the best detail we could be on. No one even knows about these tunnels. Ah, then why are we down here? 'Cause our quad is thorough. He wants to make sure no one comes through this way. Well, we should have at least brought some spirits with us. Now that I'll agree with.
Mm.
Um,
I look back at our path knowing that we probably didn't do the best job of covering our tracks with all the shit sloshing that's been going on.
yeah, but I mean, it's hard to notice when you're sloshing through.
That's
shit.
true.
Um,
Would you like to hide from these fellows, or would you like to get your weekly
I think
voting out of the way?
rather. Hey, now I only do what is necessary. It just happens to be necessary once a week.
Yeah, it just needs to happen.
Okay, so I mean, it'd be rather difficult to sneak past them if they're in blocking a tunnel. My thoughts are maybe talk our way past it. I can put on a disguise to make myself look like one of them,
Mm-hmm.
and you're, I mean, excellent, You got a
Yeah.
silver fucking tongue, so you got a platinum tongue, honestly.
Yeah.
And I think we could. Do you have any wine or anything on you that we could give them?
Oh yeah.
We
Absolutely.
could say that it's compliments of Urquhart. That
I have
we're.
I have a bottle of wine, and I also have a bottle of really gross pool water that I took from way back in the day when we discovered that like secret plant monster thingy.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh wait, what?
I remember that.
Yeah, I took a bottle of sludge water from there because it seemed magical at the time, and I've
Did
never
it have
taken it off
any-
my sheet.
Yeah, did it have any nasty effects?
It's probably not the nicest thing to drink, so it might be
I
fun
just-
to give it to
I
him.
feel like if we kill them, then we're going to give away our,
Yeah.
our secret
No,
way of getting
I
them
can
out.
I can give them a bottle of wine and tell them to go about their business.
That we are, we're sent to make sure that they're doing all right, and
Mhm.
this compliments of Urquhart. They're doing a great job, and we're going to continue on our patrol.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
All right, casually walk down. Let's not initiate the conversation with them, but we need to pretend like we're just doing our job.
Okay.
Wait for them to spot us first.
Well, I got to do a stealth check to, because I can. My talent allows me to use stealth, to disguise myself,
Sure.
as well as pretend to be somebody I'm not.
Show me what you got.
I think I'm going to use that. Use that momentum if that's all right.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, keep it lean.
Well, I'm about to go persuading, so I'm fine.
All right. I think that should do it. It's
Jesus,
5.
Yeah.
5 successes.
All right, so that gives you. They got 2 successes. So that's going to give you 1 you need to succeed,
2.
and then 2 more for momentum. Yeah. Okay, so
So that's
you've
like
been
formal. Yeah.
dealing with the cold of the staff enough lately that you're not stupid.
I received
Yeah.
it.
You've started carrying around just some white robes on your person, just in case you need them, and you think this is a perfect time for when you need them. So the 2 of you come up the shit-stained, or stained isn't quite the right word, sodden tunnel.
Oh, good. Yeah, even better.
Your feet splashing, and soon they hear the splashing, stop, and you see them staring both at you. What? Who's there?
There you are.
What?
Man, we've been walking out of this tunnel forever. We thought we went the wrong way.
Yeah. We're here to relieve you guys.
Oh,
Relieve us.
Yeah, and I
No,
and
shut
I-
up, you fool.
What? We're totally here to relieve them.
No, we were just told to drop off this wine as compliments, right?
I mean,
We're continuing on our patrol.
would what we know of Urquhart leading into this, would he be the kind of dude that would have his guys drink on the job?
What do you think?
No.
I'm sure we can.
That's why I'm saying we're
people
here to
happy.
relieve them. I don't know, man. He wants everything to be pure and shit.
Oh, well, sorry I didn't yes and.
It's okay.
They're
I
both
had a
looking
few drinks.
confusingly at each other right now.
Do you want me to just hit him with the bottle of wine and we'll move on? We're all
Linger
fine.
out then.
I'm like, I immediately slosh my words, pull out the bottle of wine, and look at you and go, "No, I'm the commander. We're here to relieve them."
Whoa! What do you got there?
Oh, just a little wine.
That's 3 successes to act like I'm drunk.
So they see the wine and they want to believe.
You know.
So I'm gonna give you 2 momentum.
Okay. I like put the wine bottle at one of their chests, and I say, off to patrol, and walk right past them.
They raise it as you walk past. Thank you, dog brother. I needed something to wet our whistle down here, other than all this. He glances around the floor. Wetness.
Try not to breathe through your nose. And I slap him on his shoulder as we walk past.
Yeah.
I am going to...
Would you like another persuasion roll?
No, I'm going to spend a doom right here, because that's really, really appealing to me. I'm just going to spend one.
To do what?
Son of a bitch.
So, as you're walking past, one of them goes, wait. Where do I know you from?
The, is it the Prancing Pony? Not the Prancing Pony,
No.
Fancy Philly.
I was at...
Fancy Philly, yeah.
Down on Lantern Street.
We were supposed to hang that half barrel. Were you there?
No, I was patrolling the bloody fucking tunnels.
All right.
And
give me a persuasion on that one.
Okay, and I'm going to use stealth because I'm using my pretending to be a...
Okay. That's fair.
I'm going to use one of those many momentum that we got.
Go for it. We have max momentum right now.
Actually, I'm going to use 2. All right. That's 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay, let's do a counter roll to see what you needed there. Okay, that's 3 momentum.
You're like, oh, it must be true. He gave us some wine. So.
Like, anyone looking, not seeing the screen, I just rolled 2 19s, and rolling low and Conan is good. The other one, like, turns toward him and it's like, hey, who are you? Captain Questions? Leave them go. They gave us wine.
I will salute Captain Questions drunkenly and say, Captain, and keep it moving.
I knew him from somewhere. You hear him like mumbling as you walk away, convinced that he knows something, but nothing comes of it.
Hooray!
So, was that 0? Did I have to roll against a 0 or?
I'm gonna say you still needed 1.
Okay, so 3.
Yeah.
Either way, we're still a maxed out.
Yeah.
So hi everybody, thanks for joining us at Crumbling Keep Presents Tales from the Tower. Conan the Thief, already off to a great start. This is our second to last episode of this.
Oh,
I know, right? But we have so much fun things in store, though. I'm
We
James.
do.
I'm your GM.
I'm Brad. I'm playing, obviously, Calamir, Master Thief, and Maim, M-A-I-M, artist.
I'm Emily, and I'm going to be playing Ulrika, a relic hunter and meme artist. As we established last week, one of us has to be a meme artist.
My name's Frank. I'm going to be playing Criven, who's an assassin. And I have nothing witty to say about that.
My name is Justin, and I'm playing Ramesh, who is a con artist. Just to go with the artist thing. There we go. That's all I got.
I wish I knew we were doing this. I could have planned better, guys. So this is a rather special episode. Number 1, because it's the second to last of this story arc. And secondly, it's Frank's birthday, and he's playing with us tonight.
Yay! Happy birthday, Frank!
Happy birthday, Frank! So,
To
anyone
you.
watching along, feel free to wish him some happy birthday action in the chat.
Now roll for initiative.
For
Just
your
kidding.
birthday.
No, Initiative and Conan.
For your birthday, your character will die.
I get extra doom.
That's not good.
That doesn't sound.
Oh.
That's not a present.
So
You should
moving
get
along.
free momentum every turn.
Right?
Speaking of, this is a rule we do often forget. Moving from one scene to the next, you're supposed to lose 1 momentum. So we're going to move you out of the tunnels. So we're going to take 1 momentum away there. As
Cool.
you crawl out a good deal away from Shadazar. Within sight of the walls, but barely. You move the secret hatch and crawl out through the sands into the burning desert surrounding the city.
It's sad. It almost looks peaceful out here.
Certainly not indicative of the violence to come.
Nope. I fear for once again the streets will be running red with blood in Shadazar.
And if on cue, you hear a voice from behind you as you're staring at the city. Halt! Who goes there?
Is it someone in the garb of one of my soldiery type dudes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
turn around in Vidaean and say, "Stand down, it's me," and give my name and rank. All in Vidaean.
The man gets off the horse and immediately bows prostrate to you, Ramesh. And, Calamir, this is strange for you.
This is my associate Calamir. I switch back to Zamorian. I said, "This is my associate Calamir. He'll be coming with us back to the camp. I trust him with my life, as should you."
And then I will do the same. And he walks you back to the camp.
Okay.
Where, we'll say, you meet with your uncle, who is in charge of this army.
Okay. Uncle, good to see you as always.
Ramesh, do you bring news?
Yes, much news about the other front.
Please.
First off, this is Calamir. He is an efficient killing machine.
Good day to you.
So, yeah. And then, so the army is only here, actually, to find a missing Corinthian lord. Apparently it is an alchemist that is apparently hiding somewhere in Shadazar. I didn't get a name of the alchemist, but they are convinced that you guys are actually here for the same reason, despite whatever envoys you guys have been sent back and forth. And apparently their army mostly consists of mercenaries, so a bunch of grunty trained guys that could easily be bought over to our side. We have they're only camping as a travel through, even though they've stopped all the supply caravans. Let's see, hang on here, I got more. Apparently they've greased many palms to get through here, so this company has money on them. Yes, but however, this alchemist also has a pretty high and substantial bounty on their head. And they are hesitant to make any moves because they're unsure of what we're planning on doing.
So the Corinthian army really wants this alchemist.
Yeah, they have no qualm with us as far as if we can get them this alchemist, then they'll have no qualm with us whatsoever.
This is interesting.
Calamir whispers to Ramesh, "Do you think this is the same alchemist that Criven has been trying to find?"
Probably, I say, in a yes, kind of uneasy tone. Like, this is gonna be a conversation we need to have with everyone when we get back. But yes, definitely yes.
Your father would be proud, Ramesh.
Oh yeah, I'm very worried about that, so that's good.
You might yet prove to be an excellent tactician. But how did you find all this out?
Prostitutes.
Excuse me?
Prostitutes. Women of the night.
Yes, I know what.
Of course, yeah.
Prostitutes
I like
are.
to say some Vidaean terms to her as well. I say, yes, they give much more answers than sending in some manly spy. You send them in, pay them up front, go in, do their jobs, and they come back having even more money than they originally were going to have. And since everyone just kind of regards them as lesser beings, they feel free to discuss any of their plans in front of them. Sometimes they even brag to them about it to make them sound even more manly.
He just looks shocked for a moment and then begins to laugh. Those fools.
And say, you should watch the ones in your camp.
That is wise. That is wise, Ramesh. Come and have a drink with me.
Sure. Shall we?
So meanwhile, zoom out far above Shadizar. The walls manned with guards who look somewhere between like half desperate and half not caring, relegated to whatever fate lies as they are sandwiched between two armies. And slowly zoom in to one of the larger buildings in Shadizar. The Great Brewery, also known as the Half Barrel Guild House. It has been taken over since the Night of 1,000 Deaths, as the Half Barrels have been driven out of it. Outside of it is a number of the town guard patrolling all around, as it seems that Urquhart has got them squarely in his pocket, which makes a little bit more sense, as he's likely responsible for the death of the old captain of the guard, so he's likely installed his own people in there now. There's also plenty of members of the Cult of the Staff Bearers there as well. But the outside is definitely full of town guard. On top of a roof, a few buildings away, unseen by anyone, lay Ulrika and Criven, staring down at the brewery. What do y'all got for me?
From
down at
where
what?
we are, can we make an observation check to see who's in charge of, who's the kind of ranking officer among the town guard down there?
I will say yes, but I will also say that it would be an easier check if you made a warfare check.
It would be an easy check if we made a warfare check, huh?
Yeah, I think it'll be easier or harder with just observation.
I feel like I could probably do a decent job at that.
Okay.
I will use the momentum. That's 2 successes.
Okay, and that's 2 in warfare?
Correct.
Okay. So, Ulrika, from your spot on the roof, staring around, it takes you a little bit, a few minutes before you catch the woman that is giving all the orders, telling people where to go. You see people as they complete their rounds check in with her. But yeah, you managed to pick her out.
Okay. Ulrika turns to Criven and points out the leader of the group she's the one in charge. We can either take her out and let chaos start to build among them. We can try to create a distraction nearby. See how they handle it.
Maybe we could create the distraction and take her out if it draws her out.
Are we... What's in the buildings that's around the Half-Barrel Guild Hall?
Great question.
Like, is this a residential area? Is this like Lantern Street with the taverns and bordellos?
We'll say that... Okay, we'll say to the left of it is a tavern. It is not a fancy tavern. It is not a good tavern, but it is a small tavern. It's a one-story building. The alleyway between the two is hardly enough to, like, scooch down sideways. The building on its other side is an old, abandoned temple, or at least it was. Some petty guild has apparently since moved in since then. But it's like at the level of squatters, you know? Calling them a guild is even a strong word. However, it's in a state of disrepair, so not many other people really care about it or want it. So their ownership over it goes uncontested. That is a 2-story building. However, the second story looks largely crumbled. The gargoyles that were on it have since are like in pieces, half on it, half not. Directly across from it is another 2-story building, and the brewery itself is 2 stories. But across from it is a residence, a nicer estate. So you can expect someone lordly and servants inside.
Well, I doubt they'll be drawn out from their positions by a mere bar fight. We could certainly go down to this tavern and try to stir shit up, but they probably won't care to get involved.
I almost wonder if we could maybe set fire to the estate or something.
Yes.
That would occupy all the guards.
Certainly.
You've got arrows.
I
I've
do.
got, I can, let's see, look through my sheet here, see what I can light on fire and toss across the street.
Right, or even just a little torch. Just light the end of my arrow on fire.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me exactly how you're going about this.
So, what building are we on top of? Are we on top of the estate or anything, or are we like a building or two down the road?
We'll say you are to the right of the estate. And let's see, what do we want to be to the right of the estate? To the right of the estate is a warehouse. You easily evaded the few guards that were outside and inside of it. It belongs to some... We'll say it belongs to the same person who owns the estate. They are a cloth merchant, and there are many, many rolls of beautiful silks inside. But it wasn't hard for you all to get to the roof of it.
Yeah, I mean, could we get down inside it from where we are on the roof and just start wreaking havoc on this warehouse?
That sounds a lot easier to light on fire.
You can certainly try.
So, stealth to get into it?
So, I'm going to say that there's not exactly an easy... there's not exactly a, like, trapdoor to the roof or anything. So it's a little difficult getting actually up to the roof itself. So I'm going to say to lower yourself off the roof into an upper story window. I would gladly go with acrobatics or athletics, depending on how your method of entry looks like.
All right. Ulrika's going to go with acrobatics, and she is going to basically try to jump or kind of push off of, lower herself as much as she can, and then while still holding onto the roof, and then push off and try to just swing herself around onto the windowsill.
Okay.
Two successes.
Okay, so that's going to be 1 point of momentum. So, Kriven, you see Ulrika go to the edge, grab on, and swing around. Coming to the edge, you now see her perched on the windowsill in a somewhat of a squat.
Is it locked?
No. We'll say there's not actually, like, glass is expensive.
There's not a... Glass is expensive. Roger that. So
it's a hole in the wall, really.
It's a ventilation hole.
Well, I guess this is the
Kind
city
of
of Thieves, so they probably would have a like a shutter or something to lock it out, but we'll say no.
Yeah. Kind of shimmies, Jimmy's whatever latch is on the shutters. It opens them up and kind of pops inside to make space on the sill for Crippen to make his attempt.
All right, so Kriven, what are you going to do about that?
Criven's also going to do acrobatics, and he's going to kind of just like hop off the edge of the building, grab onto it as he's falling, and use like his momentum to just kind of swing inward and land on the windowsill.
Okay. That's cool.
Thank you. I'm going to spend 1 momentum as well. For 3 successes.
Oh, wowzers. Okay, so that's going to be 2 more momentum.
Right.
You drop off the edge, you grab the top of the sill, and swing actually right into the window, doing almost like not almost, you do a little, like, how to describe it? Like a flip. Your momentum as you're holding onto the top of the window sill, your feet swing in, they swing up over your head, and you do like a 180 in the air before landing again on your feet right inside of the windowsill. And you find yourselves in the top of the top of this warehouse. And the top of the warehouse there's like a walkway around the outside of it almost. There's no guardrail or anything. It's just a few boards that go around the rafters. And then there's rafters themselves where large rolls of cloth live. And this seems to be where the good stuff's down below. Let's put it this way. The overstock is hanging out in the rafters by where you are now.
I say we get closer to the door before we start the fire.
Yeah.
Or at least do our exit.
Give ourselves an exit strategy.
Mm-hmm. Maybe even a window on the first floor. It leads out the back or something.
So you know down below there is a single solitary guard guarding the inside of this place. Do with that info as you will.
Can I basically, like, get right up to above that solitary guard on the second floor and then drop down behind him and immediately, almost as he's turning, make a persuade check to say, "You're just a guard in this warehouse. This cargo isn't worth your life. Keep your mouth shut and we'll let you out."
I think that sounds more like intimidate to me.
Well, okay, so intimidate isn't...
Oh, right. Sorry. Wrong
skill.
game. Yeah, so persuade
Wrong game.
sounds... Or, maybe command.
Command, okay.
Yeah. However, if you... I'm going to make you make, again, either an athletics or acrobatics roll to drop down. Any momentum that you make on that can immediately be spent on the next roll.
Okay. Two acrobatics to jump down.
Okay, so that's one momentum.
Okay. And then, he gets this sense of, like, oh god, now there's someone that just dropped down right above me, and Ulrika immediately is like, "This place isn't worth your life. Keep your mouth shut, and you walk out of here." And I will spend that momentum on the persuade.
Command, yeah?
Oh, sorry, command.
Okay.
I'll re-roll that.
Oof.
Hey, even
I
better.
should have had you keep the first one.
Sorry. So that is 3 successes on the command.
Which is how many you needed. He turns slowly and sees you. You're one of the devils of the 1,000 hands. And his
That I am.
His spear clatters to the ground when you say that. And no, and he just runs and runs out the front door, and you don't see from him ever again in this lifetime.
All right. Well, go on then, Jim. Have a good one. See you around. Till we meet again. Yeah. So front door is now wide open and unguarded. So I pull out my flint and tinder and start, lighting up some torches. Try to light this place on fire.
Huh.
There you go.
Hey, hold on. It looks like our live video has ended.
Huh.
What? Is it? I see you moving.
Yeah? Do.
Still shows live for me.
Okay, sorry viewing audience. I don't know what's going on here. Let me just make sure it still shows live for me. Oh golly, it does say we're live now.
Super live.
What's staying live? Staying live?
Yes, we're live.
All right.
So live.
Aaron says she can still see us, so sorry everybody. If it does, if you
James?
drop off the face of the planet, let us know. Strange. I don't know what my computer is doing. So, sorry about the interruption. Criven, what are you doing while this is all happening?
I'm trying to look around for a back end exit. Is there like another window that leads out the back of the building? So that maybe we can run around the back and around the back of the estate and get a good vantage point from the ground for when all these guards run over.
Let's see. Give me an observation roll.
Observation. I'll spend 1 momentum for 1 success, and I can re-roll 1. Two successes.
2 successes. Okay. You do see... You didn't see it at first, just at casual glance. And we'll say you took both of those 2 successes. But you did see like a little ventilation type of window. Where if you stood and reached your arms above your head, your fingers would just brush the bottom of the sill. It'll be a tight fit, but you could get out of it.
Is there something nearby to push up to it, to climb up to it?
And you could do like a short hop and grab onto it. But yes,
Oh, okay.
You could also just roll a like thing of silk and stand on top of that. They're like really large rolls.
Alright. While Rick is doing that, I'm gonna grab one of the rolls nearby and lay it next to the wall under it. Give her the nod and let her know that this is the way out.
Excellent.
Alright, so Orica, you're lighting stuff on fire, right?
Yep.
Let's see, what's appropriate? I'm thinking craft off the top of my head. Okay, I would allow a survival check, as that making a fire seems like a good survival skill. And alchemy, if you could explain it. Or a craft.
Okay. You know, this is not the first time, even within this campaign, I believe, that Ulrika has jiggered up some Molotov cocktails. So I'm going to go with craft. Is 1 success enough?
1 success is enough. Tell me what this looks like.
Ulrika has her map making tools and her little traveler's pouch on her belt, and so she has some various waxes and spirits and whatnot in little vials. And so she just kind of daubs them along the bolts of cloth at strategic locations and sparks them up. Give it a little bit of accelerant, you know?
Up they go. So, meanwhile, back at the camp, Kalamir and Ramesh, your cups are full of wine. And Ramesh, your uncle, after, a little bit of small talk. So, what do you suggest next, nephew?
Well, it's well known that there's going to be an upset in the city very soon. While it would be nice to have an entire army in there, I think at least moving a a contingent of soldiers into the city would be nice to provide us with some support for the upcoming struggle. I hand him a map that shows where all the Guild of Whispers tunnels are, and say these tunnels should be able to move soldiers in with a lot more discretion.
All of these tunnels run beneath the city?
Yes.
It is like an anthill. How does it even stand? There's more earth gone beneath it than there is to hold it up.
Honestly, it's a wonder it hasn't crumbled yet.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah. In the meantime, it seems like our other army problem could be solved by getting rid of a certain alchemist, but that may not be advantageous to our cause.
Do you know of the alchemists that they seek?
Not personally, no. Only rumors.
It would be easier to bring an army if perhaps someone opened the front gates, and if there is not another army intent on stopping them.
Well, the army doesn't seem to really want to have to engage with you guys, if at all possible. But we could open the front gate. That can be done.
Especially with some of my soldiers at your back.
Yes. That should be easy enough to do. My team has performed bigger miracles than that.
Is it possible to give the other army what they want?
Can I powwow with Calamir for a second here on this one?
I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't know. It could get rid of. I mean, that's what the army wants. They'll leave.
If they aren't infiltrated by Urquat first.
All the more reason to get them out of here as quickly as possible. How important is this alchemist to Kriven?
I don't know.
He speaks to you a lot more than he speaks to me, so...
Well, he's been looking for him for quite some time.
I mean, I don't see what's wrong with our alchemist, but I guess he hasn't been found either.
And I'm sure this guy knows a lot more than...
He's some kind of
our
royalty.
friend.
He's like a royal alchemist. That could also curry us some favor by returning him with some royalty.
Possibly.
I think we should talk to Kriven about it happening, but plan like it might not.
Okay.
Yeah. So back to my uncle. Hey, uncle. We need to discuss some things with our teammates first along the front of the other army, but we need to prepare for either eventuality. The other army doesn't seem too interested in fighting us, so perhaps as long as we remain showing force, that should intimidate them enough to not move against us. They don't really seem to be interested in moving into the city either.
No, I feel like we may be the only thing keeping them for that, or you would have Corinthians inside your walls at this point.
Ugh.
Ugh, he repeats.
And you know what they say about what happens when you get Corinthians in your walls, right?
Yeah, the more Corinthian your feet.
Yeah. I didn't have a follow-up pun for that either, sorry.
Yes, that's okay.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone. All right. Well, then we maintain the show of force and we take the contingent in with us. If we can get rid of the other army by giving them what they want, then perhaps something else can be done. There is another option. How much money did we bring with us? And by we, I mean this army.
Why do you ask?
Because their army consists mostly of mercenaries. And what do mercenaries love more than killing? Money. Why not make our army slightly larger, take some of their army in the process, just to be safe?
So you would have us buy their mercenaries?
Sure. Then send them to do the grunt work that's going to be done once the city becomes under siege by the staff. Send them into the more suicidal missions.
Well, that's not a bad idea, Ramesh. How much do you want to give toward that army?
Well, considering I spent a lot of money getting this information to you guys, every time I throw 10 at stuff, it seems like that is throwing $1 million or something at it. I don't know how much is actually what would be the right price to pay off mercenaries.
Yeah, 10 gold seems like a lot for your normal day-to-day. I don't have a super good sense of how much money is worth in this game. But
if I was I would give them 8 gold to join our side, would that work? Or do I need 80 gold? I don't.
I feel like it's somewhere in between would be reasonable.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, if you want to make this a carousing activity the next time that we play, we'll treat it like a carousing thing where each gold you spend, I'll roll a dice for, and your dice rolls will get you a certain amount of people per success.
That is sick. I like that.
Cool.
All right. So yeah, I have some money, but can I persuade my uncle to throw some money at this too?
Well, let's see if he can.
Oh golly. I will spend a momentum on it.
I mean, he didn't get called Uncle the Unpersuadable, but for nothing. I'm just saying.
Uncle made a stone.
Uncle Poorhouse over here.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Oh!
That is 4
nice.
successes.
Okay.
I'm look me in the eye and tell me you don't want to do this plan, Uncle.
His heart grew 3 sizes that day.
You know he could never say no to his favorite nephew.
We will see, Ramesh. We will see what you can do with this. And he yells for one of his soldiers, who brings you over a rather heavy sack of 40 gold.
Oh!
Damn.
Do not let a
Okay.
drop of that go to waste.
I would never do such a thing. This is money, for Christ's sakes. Or for Christ's figure in Conan.
Mitra's sake.
For me, this is money for Mitra's sake.
Don't take Mitra's name in vain.
Sorry.
Whoa.
It gets suddenly awkward, Calamir.
Oh. Sorry, I've been amongst thieves for too long.
Yes.
Well,
We know.
I worship Ishtar. Who doesn't? That likes a good time and sweet drink.
It's true.
Yes.
Yes. Uncle, may I present the wrathful hand of Ishtar?
The vengeful hand.
Vengeful
of Ishtar.
may I present the vengeful hand of Ishtar?
This
I
man?
should have introduced him by his full title. Yes, this man.
And what did you do to gain such a title?
Well, I've seeked out Urquat for quite some time now, who killed my master. I was an integral part of the the night of the the new moon, the night of the dark night. What was it called?
The night of the night of the blood moon.
1,000 deaths.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the night of 1,000 deaths.
And the Night of the Void and the Night of Blood Moon.
Night of the Void. That's right.
Here we go.
I've done countless heists. I've dispatched men while staring in their eye and without them knowing what was happening.
Well,
I chime in, and monster. Man and monster, like, I've seen him kill everything.
well, vengeful hand of Ishtar. Perhaps by the time this is all done, I'll see it with my own eyes.
Cross us, and you will.
Nice.
Ramesh, you keep interesting company nowadays.
I know all the best people.
You know, men who would hurl threats at a man with an army at his back. Brave,
That's
sure. Wise?
Yeah, we've made it this far.
No one's ever called me wise.
We'll see that you make it farther. How many men do you want to take with you?
How many do we have total?
Let's see. How many people would it take to sack a town? We'll say there's like 700 men.
700 men? Okay. Let's take... what's a reasonable number to move through the tunnels with?
And also, like, hide amongst the city.
Yeah, well, how big is a platoon?
30,
30?
33.
So, like a baker's dozen?
Okay.
Well, 33 is more specific.
30, yeah, okay. Let's take, we'll take 2 platoons. So that's like 60 guys.
You think you can get 60 through the tavern or through the tunnels unknown?
If not, at least 30. I mean, how many would we reasonably need to take this gate? Like, sizing up the gate situation.
Depends on how
Like,
clever you are.
Can I make like a? Is there like a tactics check or something I can make to like a warfare?
There are probably about 10 guards at the gate at any given time. Well, you know, now that there's armies posted outside, we're going to say 20.
Okay.
But more within easy reach. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so like, can I make a warfare check to like realistically know how many I could get through there and stuff? 'Cause I'm not sure I'm justifying numbers in my brain to actual logistics of what's going on.
That's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know that I am either, but I'll pretend if you make a good warfare check.
All right, cool. I'll spend a fortune point on it to make sure I make this roll properly.
Whoa!
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. I really want to know. I want to get this right. So that's 2 successes.
2 successes. So you figure you just have to have enough to get the gate open, and once the gate's open, it doesn't necessarily matter how
Right.
many you have. So there's about 20 at the gate at any given time. If you are quick enough, because it's not like you have to even kill all 20, you just have to get that gate open.
Yeah.
You figure the best would be to like go with as few as possible.
Okay.
You're thinking 30. You're thinking
30? Okay. Give me like 15 of your best guys and 15 of your like mediocre guys.
It's oddly specific.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to
Yours.
send 30 of their best guys to their death if they're all, you know. All right, cool. Take them. Let them know who I am so they don't question anything.
And when do
Now
we...
is not the time to be questioning authorities. I need them just to be sure that they'll take orders
And when do we know to rush the gate?
when it's open.
I'll keep my eyes on it, Ramesh.
Yes, post guards making sure that they can send signal flares that the gate is open and be ready to move on it.
And I trust you to take care of this other army.
We'll figure something out.
I won't send my people in to die needlessly. So see that you do.
Nor do I want them to. Well, we'll find a solution.
So tell me about your trip back through the tunnels.
Captain Stealth? What do you got? I tell them to listen to you implicitly as we're sneaking through.
So I put our like cloaks back on. Well, you had a drink with him, so you probably don't have much trouble pretending to be drunk again.
Nope.
This time we approach. I'd like to try to get as close as we can before we alert them to our presence.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll...
With any luck, they'll be well into that bottle of wine by now, and we won't have to worry too much.
Great.
What if someone spent a fortune point to make that so?
Well, that seems like a reasonable thing to do.
I got 3 successes on the stealth check.
And Ramesh, are you spending that fortune point?
Yeah, on top of that, absolutely.
Then that is 3 momentum that you're going to gain, as that was an easy 0 difficulty test.
Yeah.
Which, with my talent, gives us 6.
Oh. WTNNF. Which is going to max you out on momentum. But you come upon, as you sneak up ahead of the contingent you're bringing with you, you come upon the slumbering bodies of the 2 guards, the wine bottle emptied.
Maybe we should tie these guys up.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Can we tie them up to each other lying down so it's really hard for them to get up?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a craft roll.
Go ahead, Ramesh.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll assist you.
Great. I have no idea how to use a rope.
Well, use one more.
What?
Use one more.
Okay. Oh yeah. Great. Eight. That is 1 success.
Okay,
Nice.
that's all it's going to take.
Thank God.
Wow.
By the time they wake up, the hangover already setting in, they are gagged, and the last knots are being put into place. They writhe in the shit sewer as a platoon marches past.
Do we need to take these guys with us for questioning or anything? Do they know anything, or should we just let them sit in the shit? Because eventually they'll get out of it and say something.
You know what? I'm gonna take the cloak and I'm gonna fold it up and put it under their head so they're like not laying in it. You know?
Oh, wow. Calamir has a soft side. That's
Nice.
real nice. Yeah.
Well, I don't need to cut off their limbs. Like, just don't bring out the dragon. The
Yeah.
snake.
Don't start no shit, won't be no shit.
And on that note,
Yeah.
you go into the city with the contingent at your back. Meanwhile, the flames of the warehouse are starting to leap higher and higher.
What'd you guys do?
I think it's about
It
time we get
wasn't
out of here.
Yeah, definitely time to get out of here. I'm gonna follow Criven's lead on this one and try to leave. Try not to just like walk out the front door, all casual.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh my god, a fire! Wow, we better run.
I'm gonna say this isn't even like actually worth a check. It's not a super tall gap or anything to that window, so you both pull yourselves out as you hear from the street voices erupt. Fire! Fire! Get buckets! Form a brigade! And soon after that you hear, my warehouse! My warehouse! Save it! It's burning!
Nice.
Poor guy.
From the vantage point, so we're across the street from the Half Barrel warehouse at this point. Can we see if the town guard is leaving their post to try to deal with this fire, or
Yeah,
how much chaos have we started?
they 100% have. They are all running about. They're all pretty much in front of the tower. Not the tower, but in front of the guild house now, because that's where the fire is. But, like, it doesn't appear that there's any left on patrol. There's none running along the sides or whatnot that you can see. They've all poured into the front to try and attend to this fire, throwing water on it, chopping with their axes to try and, like, deprive it of fuel, etc. My warehouse! Please save my warehouse! Those are beautiful silks!
So we just try to sneak around the side and pop in through a window or something.
That sounds fabulous. Let's see. Do we need to roll stealth for this, or is the distraction enough?
I'm going to have you make a roll. It is going to be a simple 0 difficulty test, but I'm still going to have you roll it. So,
For
try to
stealth?
get a complication.
I'll try. Four successes.
Okay, so
One
all
out
of
of two.
those, all of those successes are going to instantly go into momentum if you have any room left in that. As you're,
We don't have any. No, sorry. Go ahead, James.
unless you can instantly spend it too, if you have a spend you want to make.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we spend it on the, like, obtain information to ask, for instance, where... Well, never mind. I don't know that necessarily there's questions that I want to ask other than best way to get into this building.
And that's a question. Okay, so yeah, one of those momentum can go to that. As you are looking about, you see on the side of the building like in the front of the building are large doors, large enough to carry multiple, like, barrels out of it, and half barrels for that matter. On the side of it, you see an unguarded door right now that is wide open, that is large enough for personnel to pass through. Gonna do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, you already rolled stealth. So, keeping out of the crowd, or maybe perhaps going right through it, as no one would notice you right now in the confusion, just keeping your head down, you all dash across the street, staying out of view of anyone that matters, as the bucket brigade starts to form and there's chaos and yelling all about you. Ramesh.
Yes.
You
Present.
have since stowed the... You have since stowed all the soldiers quickly from your return back from the army, as that all took longer than you wanted it to. You and Calamir were making your way over to meet your companions to reach this warehouse. However, when you get there, there's confusion and people running everywhere, and the town guard is flooded the streets, as you see why. There's a column of smoke coming from the direction of the brewery.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, you get separated from Calamir on your way there. Through the sheer chaos of it all. But as you come up along the side of the building, you do find Criven and Ulrika sneakily making their way to an open door.
Hey!
Hi! I throw my hood up and move over to where they are.
Yeah.
Greetings, friends. Good to see you. I assume this is our handiwork?
How could it not be? It's not our building.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds like Calamir made his way back. Okay.
Oh, good.
Well, I had to get that sludge off us.
Ugh. So, were you successful in your mission? Or does the mission still go on? Do we move on to phase 2?
We're just getting inside. Old reliable. Need a distraction? Start a fire.
We don't have time to chat right now, right? I assume.
Let's get inside.
Yeah, we're in the midst.
Scope it out.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Let's head inside.
So, you rush into the guild hall, and it's pretty dark in there. Surprisingly dark. It's pretty quiet as you're making your way through.
Too quiet. Like too quiet, or?
I'm gonna say yes, because I'm not sure what to actually make you roll to figure that out, but yeah, absolutely. It seems that there's a strange lack of activity inside of the Great Brewery.
That seems odd.
Criven pulls out his bow and just starts looking around.
Yeah.
Is there anything weird? Is there any weird flayed bodies around or anything?
It's so incredibly dark in here. It seems like the only spot of light is coming in through that door that you just came in through. But
What about smells? Sounds?
go ahead and give me an observation test. It's not going to be easy.
Okay.
Can we all roll it?
I'm going to say one person can roll it and someone else can... I'm going to say one person rolls it, but everyone can help.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay. I'll give it a try.
I rolled decent on it.
You already rolled?
I
I didn't.
Criven birthday roll. Let's do it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
birthday roll.
Birthday
yay.
observation.
Thanks, guys.
5 dice.
5 dice.
You.
Bam. 5 successes.
Nice.
Now that's a birthday roll right there.
Criven, even as you draw your bow, you hear something familiar. Something that you would recognize almost anywhere. And ironically, it's the sound of many bowstrings being drawn. And even as you turn to warn your companions, a single light, a flame, if you will, appears on one of the walkways above the main floor of the brewery. And looking at it, you see an archer with a flaming arrow trained on your party. And then another lights up. and then another. And before you know it, there must be at least a dozen archers with flaming arrows trained your way. And
Hell.
as the light floods the room, you realize that they've been tracking your movement since you came in, so they all have the exploit action already taken care of. But as the light floods the room, it suddenly highlights the visage of Master Wa, standing on one of the walkways over the thing, looking down at you.
So it's like a balcony?
Yeah. Kind of like a balcony, but not against a wall. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
There's numerous planks that cross over the top of this place, so people can walk above things.
Okay.
The rumors are
Did you
true.
say there were?
At least a dozen. Well, let's see if you're giving a quick glance. There's 16.
Okay.
Wow.
The 1,000 hands, he says.
That's us.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be you too.
I've trained you well, Criven and Calamir. Maybe too well.
You didn't train us. We know who you really are.
We know what the staff can do.
He nods.
And we're gonna stop you.
The staff can do many good things. One of the greatest things the staff has done, someone's mic is tapping, is the staff has taken your Master Wa, me, and risen me up from the ruler of a petty guild to the table itself. I wish it was that easy. I wish that perhaps I were a doppelganger, as I bear you no ill will, Calamir and Criven. But it is I, Master Wa, and I am on the table, in charge of perhaps all of Shadowzar at this point, second only to Urquat. I promise you it's not personal. And to show you this, if you all drop your
You're lying.
weapons, you will live. Search your heart. Tell me if I am truly lying. You can make an insight check if you want.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to.
I want to make
Are the-
6 insight checks.
So is there
I'm all
nowhere
right.
to go on this bottom floor?
There's mostly only the door you went out, but even then, it seems dicey. You know, it definitely seems like they're just waiting for an excuse to launch these flaming arrows.
I got 2 successes on an insight.
Ramesh, you believe him. You've met Master Wa before. You certainly believe that this is indeed Master Wa. Ulrika, I'm just gonna take a doom for that.
Cool.
That's nice of you.
Yeah. Good. Thank you.
Does he look the same? Does he look all healthy and like overly healthy and young and spry, like Jarvis and the new Urquat does?
He does not look that way. He looks like the Master Wa you've always known.
You really think this is gonna last, Wah? Once Urquat gets what he needs from you, he'll replace you with one of his weird duplicates, just like he did with everyone else.
He looks like he questions it for a moment and then shakes the doubt from his face. No. The others, perhaps, but not me.
What makes you think that you're any different?
Because I know Shadowzar. And Urquat, or whatever it is I answer to that goes by that name need someone that knows Shadazar. He will keep me around. Now I beg you, please just drop your weapons. And he steps to one side.
I just have my fan. I don't have a weapon.
I hold out my empty hands.
Yeah, I just put my fan back on my belt, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of warm in here with all this fire going. Fan. So, I hang on, I had something here. So really, you're gonna the city that you claim to know and love so much, you're gonna hand it over to a madman and accept everything's gonna be okay?
I'm only handing it over to myself and taking into position I should have always had. And he sidesteps now, revealing behind him a bound and gagged Lord Zerbez.
Oh.
And his eyes settle on Ulrika.
So you've gone too far now. The table has always been for the great minds of this city to keep each other in check, balanced against one another. But a table with only one leg? Why, that's just good for kindling.
Give yourself a fortune point. Shit.
Fuck.
Gangsta.
Right? He just shakes his head sadly. Please, don't make this any more difficult than it needs to be. The table only kept us from rising to the top. That's all the table was ever good for.
We're gonna be there when this all falls around you.
A smile actually.
On killing her what? Oops, sorry.
That's okay. He looks at the assembled people in the room and looks at you, Kriven, and then looks back to Ramesh. If anyone is Thousand Hands, I hope it is you. And we're going to take a little break right now with all of the arrows trained upon you. And come back in a few minutes to conclude episode 11 of Tales from the Tower presents Conan the Thief. See you.
Oh my god. So intense.
See you in a moment, y'all.
Yeah.
fading in. Okay, everybody, welcome back to Crumbling Keep Presents Tales from the Tower, playing Conan the Thief. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and thanks for your patience. But we're going to make you wait a little bit longer, because we have to do that thing where we thank people, places, and things for making all this possible. Woo! First, I'd like to thank Frank, because it's his birthday! Have we mentioned that? Happy birthday, Frank!
Happy birthday, Frank!
Wish Frank a happy birthday! And thank you for Roll20 allowing us to hang out with Frank on his birthday. Modiphius, thank you for this awesome game, Conan Adventures in Age Undreamed of, that we could play with Frank on his birthday. If anyone is interested in checking out some of the PDFs or buying the books, we have links in the episode description where you can do so. You should check them out. It just won Game of the Year, and it's been great. Thank you, Sirenscape, for giving us all of the sound effects and everything that you have been giving us, because that's been cool. If you want to keep track of what we're doing and want to see future shows, come see us at facebook.com/crumblingkeep, where you can keep up on this and our other projects, such as our D&D podcast, Crumbling Keep Presents The Isles of Samsaris. You can also find us on Twitter at Crumbling Keep, and I think that's all the news fit to print, and I think we can start playing the game again. So, who wants to give us a quick recap?
Well, Ramesh and Kalimir made their way through the sewage tunnels, their secret way out in and out of Shadowzar. It seemed that Urquhart had figured it out, this our secret entrance, and posted a guard there. We successfully made it past them, made it to his uncle's army that are waiting outside the gates of Shadowzar. We've convinced him to give us money to possibly recruit some of the mercenaries in the Corinthian army.
Yep.
And doing so, we made our way back in to meet up with Ulrika and Kriven. They had been doing stuff that they'll tell you about.
Well, classic player character behavior. Need something, have a sticky wicket that needs solved, light it on fire. Need a distraction, need some catharsis, light it on fire. So that's exactly what Ulrika and Kriven did. They lit a silk warehouse on fire to create a distraction at the half-barrel brewery and guild hall in order to sneak inside. And then once the group did make it inside the building, they were quickly met with archers training their arrows on them, and the infamous Master Wa, who claimed that they are powerless against him in his quest to rule Shadowzar.
And apparently he's not a copy or a clone or something.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
He's the real deal, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So, after the point at which you were all held at bow point, you gave up your weapons and were all taken deeper into the brewery. Everyone give me resistance tests.
Resistance.
Okay. Two successes.
Oof, kind of.
I'm going to use some momentum on that.
Mm.
I'm gonna use a fortune point on that.
I just straight up failed.
Yeah, actually, Griffin, I feel like I'm going to follow that lead. Fortune point.
Damn.
Yeah, and
Good call.
good call. Well, I don't have any expertise in that, so that is just one success.
I got 3 successes with my fortune point.
Okay, so Kriven, you're gonna score 1 point of momentum. Ramesh and Orica, unfortunately, you have failed. Ramesh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have you take 3 of the vigor.
Okay.
Orica, you're gonna have to give me a discipline test as well.
Discipline? Okay.
All of us?
No, just Orica.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I do have a talent that lets me reroll. That's better. So that is 1 success. And
1 success.
1 success. If this is a supernatural, if there's something supernatural going on here, I have a talent that might apply, but it seems like it's just a nice hostage situation.
Unfortunately, it is not a. Unfortunately, it is not supernatural.
Okay.
So that will. Sorry. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not supernatural. So, upon taking all of you to. Upon capturing all of you, they divide you all up. And obviously, Master Wa is not true to his word of keeping you safe. One by one, they take you into a room and begin to torture you. Little cuts, little splinters under the fingernails, other not great things. Priven and Calamir, part of your training with Master Wa was how to resist these things. And training comes to use. It seems he hasn't trained these Cult of the Staff members near as well as he trained you, and you managed to shake it off. Ramesh and Ulrika, unfortunately, you do not handle this as well. Ramesh, you take 3 to your
Vigor.
vigor. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And then Ulrika, you take 1 to your vigor. However, your resolve suffers worse from what happened. And you end up taking 4 to your resolve due to the tears of the torture session that was inflicted upon you.
Alright. I do have 1 courage soak, so would that reduce it to 3 to my resolve?
Absolutely. And soon you all find yourselves thrown. We'll say that Ulrika gets thrown back into the room last, as you're all in a small dark room post-session. It's late at night now as Ulrika gets thrown in, looking pale and well, disturbed.
Mm.
Will you be okay?
I'll be fine.
We need to make our way out of here. This is.
We'll all shake it off and meet back on Lantern Street when this is all over.
Yeah. Ow.
Something tells me it's a little far from over.
Yeah. I get up holding my side that's obviously taken some stab wounds to it or something. I assume they've like stripped us of everything, including armor and stuff.
Yes.
Okay. So then I don't have so I'm skinny guy mode. I'm not in my fat guy armor suit.
Of which they were, like, super surprised and confused about, by the way.
Yeah.
Ramesh? The demon Ramesh is skinny?
Yeah. I give him a magician doesn't reveal its secrets. I kind of feel like I got beaten up after I was, like, unable to, like, shut my mouth. And I talked about everything except the right things, and then they just started beating on me for a while.
That sounds appropriate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened to me, so...
Yeah, the art of the torture was lost on you. They stopped being subtle suddenly and just gave in to, like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, I straight up just got my ass kicked for a while, I think. So I looked the part of a guy that has had his ass kicked for a couple of hours. So, do we have a plan to leave this place? Have we been here long enough to get a layout of where we are and stuff?
Are there any windows or?
Yeah.
Can we see like into other stuff?
The room you're in is pretty closed off, and as this is the Half-Brill's guild house too, you're in an actual cell. They had such things worked into their guild house. I think a lore would be an appropriate thing to see how much of the lay of the land you've gotten.
Lore?
Lore.
Lore?
If one person wants to try and recall the layout, I'd allow one person to be like, wait, wasn't that over here? And help.
Isn't Orica the best at that?
I think I am.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Not much a lower guy over here.
I have a 9.
2 successes.
And Orica, even as you were being drugged, half unconscious through the hallways, you counted their steps. 1, 2, 3. Right turn. 10 steps. Pause. 3 doors down. Not the band.
Oh, thank God.
Kill me now.
Well, how do you think they tortured you? But yeah, you have a decent layout of the building.
Okay. I mean, I am the relic hunter after all.
Yeah.
Being able to make mental maps even in the worst of conditions is one of my specialties.
You've had to make exits before from places you'd rather not be. Rarely are relics easy places where it's easy.
Yeah, so what's our is there a way we can get out of here?
Is there pretty much just the one door?
Yeah, if you're asking me, there's just one door out.
Mm-hmm.
Can I find something to pick the lock with?
Perhaps a fork? Or something?
Yeah, you can make me an observation test to look around.
I take it they took all of our stuff.
Yeah.
How about a ransack talent?
Yeah, do it up. It's a small enough cell.
Yeah, it is pretty small.
Yeah, so it's a challenging D2. You'll find anything secret, any secret. I guess that's for more thorough search, you know.
And if you want to look for secret things in there, you're welcome to.
Okay. You guys are helping me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll help by peeking
Help
around.
ransack, you know?
Hell yeah. We're
Ransack.
A-teaming right now to figure out what we can put together.
How many can I use, James?
I feel like you can use all of them. And your max is 5, but I don't think there's anything that stop all of you from helping.
Cool. That's 6 successes.
Okay, so that's going to be all momentum, but there's nothing hidden in here. Master Wah is too smart for that. You go over the whole thing with a fine-tooth comb and find nothing. Only at the end to hear the guard outside bang against the door. Quiet down in there!
Well, James, I just used my fine-tooth comb, and I use that to try to pick the lock.
It's too fine. The teeth break in the lock.
Damn.
Oh, that
Hermesh.
comb was so fine.
We gotta piss these guys off and get them back in here.
Oh, okay.
Are we chained to the wall or anything?
No.
Oh, we're just in here? Oh, easy.
Is there just a solid door?
Yeah.
Or can we see through the door at all? Is like there a little look
There's
through?
like a little grate at the top. Like a small little window covered with like 2 bars in it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't quite get your arm out of it.
So I will go up to the little slot hole thing when they yell at it, and I'll say, "Or what are you gonna do? Throw us in a cell?" And then, is there anyone that I can see within range of me right there?
There's 2 guards outside, you know for sure. One of them steps right in front of the grate, and you can see his ugly, snarling face. No, but we'll take you back to the rack. You want some more of what you got last time, huh?
I go, I knew a guy like you once. Not as ugly, but he also liked to make a whole lot of threats, and boy, did he get his comeuppance. Did you know what comeuppance is, sir?
I don't think he does.
Oh, man.
Doesn't matter what it is.
You couldn't get me on that rack if you tried. You need your buddy there to get you. I will make a persuade check at him.
Yeah, I think persuade will do it.
Absolutely will. Boom. 4 successes on 2 dice.
Nice.
Behold.
I'll show you what I can do by myself, he says. And you hear the keys rattling. And then suddenly they stop, and he turns, and he's... Carlin? And then he goes, ooh! And stumbles backwards, and you hear his body hit the ground.
Who?
I didn't do that.
Yeah,
Can
we
I
know
see
that.
what-
We all know how you work a sword.
Yeah. Also, I didn't drive him insane and make him fall to the ground either, so... can I see what's going on out there?
So your vision is severely limited. It's a very small hole, so you can only see directly in front of it. And all you can see is the flickering torchlight from the sconce on the other side of the wall. No one else can see anything, because Ramesh's head takes up the whole entire little thing. And Ramesh, you suddenly stumble backwards as the torchlight is blocked suddenly by a woman's face.
Oh,
Do we know this woman?
We
I
do
take
not.
a look, James.
We do not, but Calamir does. Calamir,
Oh.
Oh no! Is
you
it her?
recognize Farim.
Fareem?
Farim. That's what I said. You recognize Farim.
Well, Farim is her sister.
Oh, right. No, this is Farim. God damn it. And
She's not cool. She hates me. So
piling to either side of Fareem are folks you, from their garb, recognize as members of the Black Hand.
Okay. Can't tell if this is getting better or worse.
Calamir.
Fareem. Oh, what are you?
Yes,
what
switch
are you doing
places.
here?
Yeah, like awkwardly switch places. You know why I'm here.
Wah?
No. You. And you hear the lock of the door click. And it slowly swings open.
I hesitate a moment and then strong embrace.
To which she returns, but only for a moment. There's no time. We have to get out of here.
We need our weapons. I can't leave Ishtar's kiss behind.
Of course you can't. One of the other people that are with her throws a bundle of cloth at the ground, and as it rolls at your feet, it's all of your effects.
I rummage through for my things and look up at, these unexpected saviors.
Yeah.
I knew you'd pull through.
We didn't expect you, but I'm so glad to see you here. Come on.
Calamir, when there's time later, you'll have to introduce me to your friends.
Yeah. I say, well, this is an unexpected treat, as I throw my things on and say, that's a really great plan you had, and kind of stumble out, kind of a little dumbfounded that we just got saved by these random people.
Have you been watching us?
When I can. There are many in the cult that want me dead.
I'd imagine so.
Come.
Especially since I'm still alive.
Yes, well... For what it's worth, Calamir, they paid me a lot of gold to kill you.
He chuckles. I'm glad glad the price wasn't high enough. I take her hand and either she leads me or I lead her.
She leads you. She seems to know where
hope
she's
that
going.
doesn't remain to be seen.
So, you all start streaming down the hallway, as well as many members of the Black Hand. There's like a half dozen of them, other than Fareem. Fareem? Fareem. Okay. Other than Fareem's. She starts taking you down side hallways and whatnot. Orica, you realize she's taking you to the exit. But then, the GM spent some doom.
Oh no! Hate when that happened.
To hell with that GM dude.
That guy's the worst.
How about it? So, you come around the corner to another, larger open area of the brewery. And there's numerous sacks of grain laying about the floors, big brew kettles. But that's not what stops everyone in their tracks. What stops everyone in their tracks is a good number of the members of the cult of the Staff Bearer. Standing in front of them, someone can give me a lore test.
Lore?
Lore.
Lore?
That would be 4 lore.
4 lore. Okay, that's going to be 2 momentum. You recognize the person standing in front of them all. He steps out and looks more like a gladiator than a soldier. Just like armor over one arm and part of his torso. A rather muscular man. He walks with various weapons on him. And he points at you all with a certain amount of swagger and bravado. So here they are. The 1,000 Hands of Fortune. Oh, I've been looking for you. You've cost me a lot of money, you have. And, Orica, you recognize this as Urikar himself.
Oh.
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 Oh, dang.
Screw you, guy.
So
I think he is.
I have a talent that lets me add momentum generated on lore tests when interacting with enemies to the persuade or command test. So could I add those 2 momentum to trying to parlay with said Urikar?
Sure.
Yes, we've cost you a lot of money, and you've cost us a lot of friends. Now let's just wash our hands of this nasty business. Let us pass to spit on each other's graves another day. We've got places to be.
God, you're killing it with the dialogue tonight.
I know.
That would be 3 successes on persuade.
Okay. So, he cock struts forward and draws actually picks up a maul that he holds, like, drags in one hand across the ground, the heavy head of it scraping against the stones. Nah, I don't think this is how that's gonna play out. I think I'll kill you all right here. Well, me and these staff boys. I got a business to run, and if I let you live, I know you're bad for business. It ain't nothing personal. No, strike that. At this point, it's real fucking personal. And, they start moving forward. So, we're gonna say that the Black Hand takes care of some of the members of this group here. And we're gonna leave you with Urikar and 4 of the Cult of the Staff. But as this is happening, even as they advance...
Are they like...
Go ahead. What were you gonna ask, Frank?
I was gonna say, are they like a horde-style unit?
Yes. Yeah.
Minions and such?
But even as they advance, Fareem turns to Kriven and Calamir. There he is! And she points to her walkway. Master Wa!
Both at once.
And he
Oh, damn.
Master War starts running away.
After that bastard.
Right.
Sell us out.
I know, with this Urikar. How close is Urikar? He's like right in our business, right?
Like, he's not engaged yet, but he's about to be. Just gonna, put it out there. You could always split up.
That's always a great idea.
I know,
always
it
an
works out
amazing-
so well.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what works out? It cut out for a second.
Splitting up the
Putting
party.
the party.
Yeah.
Right?
Calamir is gonna go after Master Wa after pulling out his whip, which is a new weapon he picked up
Nice.
on Market Street.
Nice.
Okay, what's everyone else gonna be doing?
Whip.
Mm.
It's called the Cool Whip.
Mm.
Hmm.
I guess I'll stay and try to talk this guy out of doing something stupid.
Okay.
Yeah.
I almost feel like Calamir can handle Master Wa. I kind of want to hang back and help these guys out.
Mm.
Yeah.
So Calamir's going after Master Wa. The rest of you are staying to deal with Kellen and the cult.
That probably shouldn't. Well, does Master Wa have minions with him and shit too? Oh, we don't know that. He was just running. Never mind.
You only saw Master Wa alone.
Yeah.
You can certainly say that.
You think you can take him by yourself?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It depends if he's like normal Master Wa.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Still be a struggle, or
I'll
he's,
go.
Like,
I'll go
intense.
with Calamir then, I guess. That way, because since Emily knows who this guy is, since Ulrika is aware of who this dude in front of us is, I'll go after Wa.
All right.
Okay, so
2 and 2.
So Ramesh and Calamir run toward a ladder that's going toward one of the walkways. Even as Urikar and his folks stream forward into the fray. So we're going to start off with Ulrika and Kriven here. And they're already in close range.
All right. So, can I? So Ulrika stares. How many minions does he have? Sorry.
4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. Ulrika shouts past Urikar at the minions behind him. Turn and run before you meet your end here. Is a job really worth it? Ask yourselves. And she's gonna make a threaten attack. 2 successes.
Okay, that's going to do it.
Wow.
Oh,
That's just unfortunate.
Luckily.
Oh man.
Roll zeros.
oh, nice. You can re-roll zeros.
Took a talent for it.
Nice.
Talent!
It really is good.
Yeah.
Like what I just did there.
So 7 mental damage and they are stunned.
So, two of the cultists stop and stare at each other and wonder why exactly they are following this man. This isn't Urquhart. Urquhart looks back at him. I don't need you anyway. This'll make it more interesting. Come on now. He pulls up his maul and he points ahead of it toward Kriven. You want to be first?
We'll see about that. And Kriven pulls out an arrow, gives it one quick little spin, yanks his bowstring back, and lets an arrow fly. Are any of the minions left?
Yeah, there are 2 minions left.
Okay. Sorry, you're kind of cutting out a little bit. I'm on my phone. But, yeah. Gonna let an arrow fly at one of these minions. Here. Two successes. Do you wish
Okay.
to block or
No,
dance around?
I'm not wasting any doom on these minions.
Fair enough. 7, re-roll those. Oh.
7 altogether?
7 and 7, 3 piercing, and I'll spend the momentum I got on 1 damage. So 8, 3 piercing.
Okay. Tell me how you kill those last 2 minions that are coming forward.
Instead of pulling just 1 arrow, Graven actually pulls 2 at once. Gives them a little flip and lets both of them fly. One of them going right through one of the dude's sternum, and then the other one getting the dude right in the throat.
Cool. So he runs forward even as the 2 minions by his side fall, screaming a battle cry born in many, many battlefields. He swings his maul at you, Criven. Do you wish to do anything about that? Criven,
What was that?
he's swinging the maul at you. Do you wish to do anything about it?
Yes. I will do, much like his friend Calamir, a pantherish twist to dodge it.
Hey.
Oh, that's not the greatest roll. Okay.
Twist the hell out of it.
For 1 success.
Okay, that's enough. I only got 1 success. So as his maul strikes the ground, you pretty much fall backwards and roll over your shoulder, getting back to your feet, avoiding it. So, meanwhile, Ramesh and Calamir, you are
Yes.
running over the walkway. And
Yeah.
always keeping Master Wad just in sight. He dips around a corner, and you rush to follow. I am going to spend a doom. So, speeding around the corner, he's suddenly there, waiting for you. And he seizes the initiative. He
I'm gonna spend a momentum. Steal back.
No, you are not, sir.
Showed you.
He comes with his battle axe, and unlike the yell you hear from down below as Yurikar attacks, that's not from Master Wa. He is silent, as who's in front?
Calamir, probably.
Yeah.
As he
Definitely
swings
Calamir.
at Calamir.
I'm gonna use Panther's Twist to try to dodge this guy's attack. I'm gonna say, kind of do a backflip back. Stop dead in the tracks and do a backflip to avoid his attack.
Okay, so he is going to.
I'm gonna use a momentum.
Jesus. Okay. So I have 5 successes.
Oof.
Okay, I'm gonna use 2 momentum. And a fortune.
Be right back.
That's the official Fortune Point theme song.
So that is a total of 5 successes.
Which is just enough as the
Oh,
axe,
plus. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
as the axe cleaves into the walkway right in front of you. You almost bowl over Ramesh as you jump backwards. And I am going to spend some more doom.
What?
The axe shatters the walkway, and it shakes side to side. You both manage to keep your balance, and you see Master Wa grin for a moment before sprinting off again, giving him the opportunity to escape.
What?
What?
A little sneak.
Can we act now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we can attack?
No, you can't attack. He's out of range now, running away.
Can I yell at him?
Yeah, I'll give you a yell as he runs. Sure.
Well, that's a free action.
Yeah. I will persuade him and say, "You're the coward I always thought you were if you run away from this." Persuasion and momentum. There's tons of it kicking around.
I am going to spend 2 doom to up the ante on that difficulty number.
Bring it the
Ooh.
fuck on. Let's do this.
Damn, 2 doom.
I am Ramesh, yeller of things. That is 6 successes.
Well, that's 1 momentum.
Boom!
Ramesh, yeller of things.
Yeah, that's 2 momentum as the words power sink into his spine.
He stops and turns and looks at you. I will show you who a coward is.
There you go. All right, kill me.
On the ground, next round for Ulrika and Kriven.
Just as Kriven dives back and dodges that strike, right when he lands, he pulls out another arrow, lines it up, and looks Yurikar right in the eye and says, "Interesting enough for you?" and lets his arrow fly. Oops. Oops, I rolled Malik. Sorry.
Okay, so since you didn't roll it yet, I'm going to spend a doom to have him try and get out there.
No!
Ow. Cheater.
Womp womp.
Right.
Rasma Doom.
2
Surely
successes.
he's got to be out of it by now.
Only 1 success, so that's enough to hit him.
Aha. Reroll 3 of those zeros.
Nice.
I'm gonna spend. Spend 1 on damage and 2 to make it a headshot.
Okay. He doesn't have any armor there.
For 7, 3 piercing. Or, no, 5 piercing, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he ducks as quick as he can, and that's the only thing that keeps him alive as the side of the arrow scrapes against his face, sending blood into his eye. Ulrika.
Ulrika, as he quickly ducks and tries to escape the arc of Kriven's arrow, Ulrika lunges forward, drawing her short sword, and and slashing downward against his sword arm, essentially. I am going to spend a fortune point for 3 successes.
Okay, that will hit him.
That will hit him, and that will generate momentum as well.
Yeah, you only need
2
one
momentum.
to hit.
Okay. So I am going to spend that 2 momentum on the disarm momentum spend. So it knocks away his maul. And I will spend an additional momentum to give it 3 piercing total. So 6 damage, 3 piercing.
Okay, so I'm going to use one of his abilities that allows me to spend Doom to ignore some damage. So I'm going to spend 2 Doom to knock that down to 4 to stop him from taking another wound. So, tell me about your attack. Describe it to me.
He is holding his maul in his right hand, and as he crouches down to try to get out of the way of Criven's shot, Ulrika steps forward almost at the same time and slashes downward along his right arm, cutting into the meat of his bicep and causing him to lose his grip on the maul, which falls clattering to the ground. Can I spend momentum to, basically kick it so it's out of reach?
I'll let you spend 2 momentum for that.
What do we say, folks? That would empty out our momentum.
We can get it back.
All right, done.
So yeah, she uses her own literal momentum of scampering forward to kick the maul along the hallway, and it scrapes and clatters backwards out of Yurikar's reach. His arm bleeding, his sword kicked away. He looks up at you and grins for just a moment before quickly standing back up to his full height and attempting to ram his head into yours.
Ooh. Would that be a parry?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have my sword with parrying quality, so I'm going to go for it.
Okay. I am going to potentially regret this, but I'm going to spend a Doom.
I'm going to spend a fortune point. Because that 8 does not inspire confidence. I'm glad I did. Alright. 2 successes.
He actually got 3. Duh! That's hard. Not
That's
a
the truth, yeah.
single effect. It was non-lethal damage. The effect of it was to stun. Tricks of the Pit, the thing was called. So his head rams into yours, and you grab your face as you step backwards a little bit, but quickly shake it off. He draws a short sword and holds it between himself and both of you. You ain't killed me yet. I got more where that came from, he says, gesturing to them all. So, on top of the catwalk. You want to see a coward? I will show you one when you run.
What?
What?
That's not how this works.
Yeah. Would you like to go first? Or would you like me to use words to try to make him go insane first?
I'd like to grab a hold of him so he can't run away anymore.
Yeah.
That's what my whip is for.
Get him.
I'll whip a crap. Alright. I'm gonna get close enough to him. Would you like to defend against this?
I would not.
No?
No.
Makes me curious. Why not?
Maybe he's not a bad
have
guy
any
after all.
momentum left? No, right? She used it all. Well, I'm gonna go with another fortune point. Okay, so that's 4 successes.
Okay, so that'd be 3 momentum.
Let me roll. Here we go. What? I'm gonna roll 3 of those. Once I get this out of the way. Come on. Alright, 2 effects. Nice. So, those effects add grapple.
Okay.
It's 5 damage. And 2 mental damage. Or no, rather 4. Because it's 2 for each effect.
Whoa. Tell me this again.
That's what. Whips have fearsome 2 quality, which, in addition to physical damage, it adds a 2 mental damage for each effect roll.
Well, that is something. Okay, so how much vigor did you do again?
5
Okay. I'll give him
and
the-
4 resolve.
Okay. The whip wraps around his arm, cutting into it, making blood flow. Ramesh.
I am going to intimidate him and use the threaten method, the classic threaten method, and say, I told you we'd be here when it all fell around you. Look around you as things are falling.
There's actually 3 momentum. If you want to use it.
I'll take 1. That'll give me a max roll. Let's do this. Boop. Five
nice.
successes.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Well, that'll do it.
How many successes did I need to
Same as always.
hurt his brain? Just 1? Oh, right. It's always the same. Haha. Let me ask that every time, okay?
Done and done.
So, yep. We only have 1 session left, so maybe I'll learn. So I get 5 momentum because I generate a bonus momentum
God.
whenever I do these things.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy. I know. So
Talents start to get out of hand.
yeah, you start getting out of control by the end of this. So that's 5 damage on the die. I'm going to spend 1 momentum to give it piercing. Then I'll spend 3 more momentum to add 3 more damage to it to make it 8. And then I will put 1 momentum into the pool for friends. And he is stunned as well.
Ooh.
So stunned, grappled.
Yeah, stunned, grappled, 8 damage, pierce 2 to his brain.
I'm gonna
stun
spend
2.
my last doom to avoid the stun 2.
Yeah.
Shit. So does that mean he's stunned for 2 rounds, or it costs 2 doom to unstun? Does anyone remember?
I think it means 2 doom to unstun.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
2 doom to unstun.
Well then, I'm not gonna spend the last doom on that. I'm gonna spend it on what I originally hoped to. He looks at you, terrified. What they say is true. You are a demon. And I'm going
Most
to
likely.
spend my last doom as sacks of grain start falling from the rafters, crashing
shit.
between you on the bridge that you're on.
Oh,
And once more, it knocks your whip off of his arm, crashes through the bridge, and it starts to fall. Everyone up there is going to have to make an athletics check to hang on.
I use my whip and Indiana Jones it.
Please say yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me how that's going to work mechanically.
Well, he, my whip came back at me, came loose. And you said there's rafters above, so I'm just gonna quick whip it up and around the rafter, and spend a fortune point to grab Ramesh,
Sure.
so he doesn't fall.
But what do you want to
Cool.
roll to do that? Is what I'm saying. Melee?
Melee.
Okay, I'm going to make it a 2 difficulty melee.
Okay.
Or no, I guess not. You just have to get grappling.
Okay. All right. So I just need 1 success and a grapple
Yeah.
effect.
All right.
Okay.
It's risky.
I'm going to use one of those momentums to add 2. Oh shit! Wrong.
No one sees you do this as you roll stealth.
It's the same. It's the same numbers.
Okay,
I'm
that's
gonna
fine.
Roll again.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Who's saving me?
So yeah,
Your-
that's 4 successes.
Your whip wraps around... Oh yeah, you have to roll damage yet to see if you grapple.
Yes. You want to add those? Are those momentum?
So momentum does extra damage, but does not give you extra dice, just remember.
Woo! Alright, 2 effects.
Okay, that'll do it. Okay, so your whip, even as you start to fall, wraps around the rafters. You grab... Tell me how you grab Ramesh.
I grab him by the forearm.
Good call.
I say I'm holding the whip with my right. I grab down with the left hand as he's starting to fall.
And
So assuming we're fairly close to each other.
Yeah.
and he latches
I never
onto
actually
you.
made a save, so I don't know if I'm falling or not, but...
I think with his fortune point expenditure, I think he can just grab you and we can skip here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You managed to grab onto his
Yeah.
forearm, he grabs on yours.
I will hang on to his arm and whatever else I can support on to make sure he's not, like, gonna snap out of its socket or anything.
And
No,
it is rough.
did I need to use? Okay. Do I need to use a fortune point for that, or can I use the fortune point to have, whipped out in front of us and above, so that we can swing out to where we wanted to go anyway?
To continue the chase?
I'm gonna go on a no-go on that.
Ah.
I'm gonna say it was just enough for you to be able to be hanging there at all. Your arm suffering under the combined weight of you and Ramesh. And you see Master Wa holding on by one hand to the other side of the bridge, dangling in the air. Meanwhile, on the ground, come on, Kriven and Orica.
A bunch of sacks of grain just fell down. We probably know that something's going on over there.
Yeah, but that's a good distance away from where you are now.
Okay, fair enough.
We'll say there's particulate of grain rising all throughout the air, but not enough to really affect anything at your distance.
Okay. Ulrika is going to slash back at Urikar as he, looms over her, trying to go straight ahead into his massive, stocky torso. And I can find the skill. There we go. I do have a reroll dice talent for No mercy.
No mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Is the talent called Cobra Kai?
Oh! Alright, that's better. That is 3 successes.
Okay, that's gonna do it.
And her sword slashes into him for 3.
Tell me where it hits at, too, because that's important for him. He has armor over his, let's see, where's it?
I rolled location. I rolled torso.
Okay. He's only armored on his right arm and leg.
Alright.
That's random.
Think a gladiator,
That's the side he faces everybody with when he's fighting.
Exactly. Plus, he's actually got abs on top of his abs. It's an intimidation.
He does.
He's got a 30
He
pack.
has a threaten attack called "Look at my abs," but he hasn't used it yet.
God, I want that to be true.
Is that a skill?
I'm gonna
I want that skill.
Spend some momentum and so it's going to be a total of 5 damage, 2 piercing.
Okay. Your sword cuts into his abs as his hand, not holding his sword, immediately goes to the wound. Kriven.
Kriven is already lining up another arrow and training it right on his right arm. Damn. What a time to shoot right arms.
Yeah, it's the arm that's armored.
For 1 success.
Okay, that's gonna be enough because
Is
I
he
have no
trying to do
doom
anything?
left.
I'm gonna re-roll all 4 of those zeros. Because I can. Is this accurate? 3 momentum?
It is accurate.
I'll spend... two. One to make it 7 and one to make it a total of 4 piercing.
The arrow sinks deep into his arm, causing him to drop his sword as his hand's over his torso. He sinks down to one knee, and he looks woozy. And he looks up at both of you. You know what's worse for business? Being dead. What do you say we call a draw?
Fuck that.
I'm going to spend a
You
fortune
had your
point and
chance.
shoot him again.
I offered that to you when this all started. I guess I'll take that spitting on your grave sooner rather than later.
Oh,
James has no doom right now, so he'd probably take some.
right. You want one doom, buddy?
I do, actually. I hate to admit it, but I want to
Don't do it.
Sweet. So that's 3 successes on a ranged weapons.
That's gonna hit him.
Cool. I'll spend that 2 momentum on hitting him in the head.
And he literally has no vigor and only 1 wound left.
Okay.
Well then, he says, I'll see you when you get to the same hell I'm in. And right in the head, the arrow, and even if you don't want to spend a momentum still, we're saying thematically, right between the eyes, the arrow goes. And your car falls backwards, soaking the flagstones of the brewery in red. Ramesh, Kalamir, you're hanging from the whip. And Master Waz hanging from one hand on the bridge by you.
How far of a drop is it?
Far enough that no one's gonna live through it.
Okay.
He's hanging by one hand.
Uh-huh.
Can I throw my fan at his hand to knock him off the thing and fall to his doom?
Yeah.
That's our master, man.
I will spend a fortune point on this to make sure it happens first and foremostly.
Okay.
And so it's a melee check,
Yes.
right? Okay. Do we have any doom worth spending? I'll spend 1. All right, here we go. Yeah. That's 5 successes.
Okay, well, if you're aiming directly for his head, you need to spend 2 momentum.
Okay, that's easy enough.
It's 2 momentum.
I want to hit his
that.
hand, right? Because that's what's hanging on to everything.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I'll spend 2 of the momentum to hit his hand,
Okay.
and then I'll do damage. Hang on. What is damage on this thing? I so rarely do. Yeah, I so rarely do damage with it. I never. All right, so he's gonna take 4 damage. Let's see. I spend 2 to make sure it hits his hand. 1 to give it piercing, and 1 to add an extra point of damage for 5.
Okay, that's gonna be enough to give him a wound, too.
Yep.
His hand loosens from the thing as I spend my last doom. And his other hand shoots up as he begins to fall and wraps around Ramesh's ankle.
Ah, fucker.
Ramesh and Kalamir,
Wait, what?
give me athletics checks.
I thought we weren't anywhere close to him.
I thought we were on separate sides, too.
Yeah.
Doom is a wonderful thing, just like fortune points.
Jeez. All right. Athletics, you said?
Uh-huh.
Jesus God. All right. Uh, oh. Spend the momentum.
Fortune point?
I don't have any fortune points left. I spent it on throwing the thing at him, thinking it would be cool.
Oh, where is he? Can I reach him with my foot?
He is
Kick
down
him
the
off?
bottom of Ramesh.
Okay.
I got a 1 success. Can I like kick my boot off or something? So he falls.
Not right now because you already have taken your action this turn.
Okay.
So Calamir, you gotta give me yours yet.
All right. Shit.
Quick, Calamir, take off my pants.
I always knew the game would end this way.
Pull my toes. All right. I'm using a fortune point because we cannot fall.
No, we cannot.
All right, that's 4 successes.
Okay, so you have yours was a 2 because you have more weight on you.
All right, so that's 2 momentum.
Cool.
So your arm feels like it is going to be yanked out of the socket as Master Wa is around Criven's leg, and you see him pulling a knife from his waistband. It is your turn, Calamir.
Oh shit! If we just drop down and use him as a,
Will we survive?
No, he is not going to cushion you fall enough to live.
Mm.
son of a bitch. Can I pretend to be your quad?
And whatever you're doing,
Let them alone.
do it soon.
Well, you kind of fucked me here.
It's kind of my job, man.
What?
This is what it's like when you fuck a stranger in the ass. All right.
Find a stranger in the Alps.
Yep. This is what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps.
Is that the cleaner version?
Yep.
That's what they do on
All
network
right.
television, but that aside.
I mean, what the fuck can I do? I can't do shit other than go, get off.
I mean,
You could start shaking
roll
Ramesh around to
persuade
make
for
him
that?
fall.
Yeah, both of his hands are in use right now.
Is there anything sharp against... I'm not really getting a good visual of what's...
so, the visual. By you, there is the splintered walkway bridge type thing. It probably hits against right around your sternum. Your whip is wrapped around a rafter. Your left hand, we'll say, is on the handle of the whip. Ramesh is hanging onto your ankle. And hanging onto his ankle is Master Wa, who is pulling a knife from his waistband to stab at Ramesh.
Can I swing so that we slam him up against something, the wall or some sharp splinter of wood at his level?
If you want to give me an athletics test, yes. If you want him to hit something ridiculous, like a random sharp thing, that's going to take some. That's going to take a fortune.
Well, I already used the fortune in order to hold on, so...
Are you out?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I would argue that the Indiana Jones whip on
I'll give that to you.
rafters.
I'll give that
shit.
to you. Okay, that's fair.
Alright. I didn't really feel like arguing for myself, but...
I thought Calamir had Ramesh by the arm. They grabbed each other by the forearms, right?
Yeah, sorry. Strike what I said.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Kick
then...
him.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
still only...
I-
I'm probably... The way that works, I would be kicking Ramesh in the balls.
Well, if you got him by the forearm, like, I guess, yeah, he's a little bit down. You could, like, lift Ramesh up and then kick him in the head.
All right, whatever you do, I'm going to take Doom soon if you don't do something, though.
All right, I'm going to use that fortune point. I'm going to roll the athletics test and slam Master Wah into some kind of sharp object. Athletics. And I'm going to use 2 of those momentum that we... Oh, 3 successes.
Yeah.
Well, 5 with your fortune, right?
No, I used the fortune point to slam up against something specific.
Roll me 5 combat dice.
One effect.
Oof.
And that's not melee, so.
Not exactly, no. Ramesh,
Yup.
give me one more athletics check.
I'm not really good at those guys. I'm gonna borrow a momentum. Help the cause here. Come on. Fuck. That's 0.
So, you feel a jarring sensation as Master Wah hits one of the broken supports of the bridge. You can see it going in his front and coming out at his back. He gasps for a moment. His hand goes limp. He slides off it and begins to fall far to the ground. Ramesh, one more athletics.
Alright. I'm gonna steal more momentum this time.
Steal it all, man.
Yeah, unless
Take
anyone
it.
has qualms, I'll take it all.
Take it.
Take
Yeah.
it all, man.
Alright. It'll give me the best chance of still probably dying. Here we go. It's shit. 1 success and a bad time. A bad time bring you down, whatever that's called.
Bad
Complication.
time bring it down.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, it's a bad time to bring you down. Just take the doom. Just take the doom.
I have no use for it anymore.
Yes, you do. Tons of
my
uses.
birthday, man.
Thousands of uses.
Calamir,
Frank's birthday.
Calamir,
Yes.
give me an athletics test.
Fuck off. Sorry.
Fuck.
Athletics?
Or acrobatics.
Athletics.
I'll give you your pick for this.
Oh, certainly acrobatics. Gives me one more chance. Any momentum?
No, I use it all. Try not to die.
Okay, James,
Yeah.
my talent allows me to reduce acrobatics tests by 1. Reduce difficulty of acrobatics tests by number of ranks, and I have 1 in that right now.
That's pretty good because it was a 2 difficulty test. So, he slides off that piece of wood and begins to fall to his doom. As he's following, Ramesh, you slip from Calamir's grasp as you are also slammed into the woodwork. You start to fall and you reach up and grab that same blood-slick support that he slid off of. But even as you do, it breaks off another piece of the bridge that slams into Calamir with that difficulty, loosening his grip on the whip and he begins to fall, but swings his legs down and manages to get his body in between the bridge and the support on the opposite side of it, so that you're now side by side there, hanging like 50 feet over the ground.
Jesus God, alright.
You both look down to see Ramesh fall into
Not
Ramesh.
Master Wall.
Yeah.
And then,
Master Wah! Oh!
You both look down to see Master Wah fall down into a huge, huge cauldron of what would have been the half-barrel's finest ale.
No!
The ale goes red as his blood leaks out of him, and he sinks to the bottom.
Oof.
And that's where we're gonna call that tonight.
Whoa.
The half-barrels have their guild hall back.
man.
Would you call that a Master Wapie?
I'm taking extra doom for the next game. For that.
I think I deserve a fortune for it, honestly.
Well, thanks everybody for listening. I hope that was half as thrilling for you as it just was for me. If you liked what you saw, there's a link at the top of our episode description where you can give us a little tip, and that would be greatly appreciated. If you'd like to support us on a more ongoing basis, because we have so many things coming up that we would love to show you, hit up our Patreon, patreon.com/crumblingkeep. If, between our streaming episodes, you want more of us, you can catch it on Crumbling Keep Presents The Isles of Samsaris, a podcast on iTunes and your favorite podcast apps. That's about to close out Season 2, so it's a great time to start catching up now. Thank you, Roll20. Thank you, Modiphius, for this great game. Thank you, Sirenscape, for the awesome soundtrack that we've had tonight. If you want to check out Conan, you can find the links in the episode description where you can buy some of the books. Follow us on Facebook.com/CrumblingKeep to keep up to date with all the things we're doing, as well as on Twitter. Twitter.
I like Twiddler better.
Follow us on Twitter
Twiddler.
at Crumbling Keep.
Sounds
I'm
like a bad
James.
Batman villain.
I'm James.
I'm
I've been
Brad.
your GM tonight.
I'm Brad. I played Calamir.
I'm Emily. I played Ulrika.
I'm Frank. I played Criven.
I'm Justin. I played Ramesh.
And we will see you in 1 week at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, for the finale of Conan the Thief from Crumbling Keep on Tales from the Tower. Have a good night.